Hello, Horizon friends at home. It's Miss Ronnie again. I hope all is well. Today I'm going to be reading you a passage. But as I read the passage, I want you to pay close attention to the words in bold. Today you want to use the context clues to determine the meaning of those words in the passage. So let me start by reading the passage to you first. Henrietta had a prickly personality. She kicked sand, yelled at the frogs, and wouldn't share any of her bug snacks. Other hedgehogs tried inviting her to play games, asking her what was wrong, and even telling her that she looked beautiful. None of it changed Henrietta's behavior. After experiencing so many outbursts and rude interactions, the other hedgehogs began to detest Henrietta. They didn't like someone who was so unpleasant. One day, Henrietta's dad took her to the dentist. "Oh my," said the dentist. "Henrietta has a terrible cavity. I bet it's been distressing her." Henrietta had the cavity filled. The next day, Henrietta played nicely in the sandbox. She greeted the frogs with a cordial wave and a smile. She offered extra bug snacks to another hedgehog who didn't have any. The other hedgehogs were befuddled. They couldn't imagine what had caused such a turnaround in Henrietta, but they liked it. So that was Henrietta's turnaround. Okay? So in this slide, these are the directions. We're going to draw lines to connect each word to its opposite. And if you don't know the meaning of a word, look to see how it was used in the story. Okay? Actually, I took the liberty of putting the words, or the sentence words were in the sentence over here for you. So let's start with the first one, which says prickly. Okay? So we're going to try to see, look at the word was prickly. Let's read it in the sentence that was used in the story. It says, Henrietta had a prickly personality. So looking at prickly, which one of these is the opposite of prickly? Is it calming, unfriendly, clear-headed, pleasant, or like? So which one is the opposite of prickly? It said Henrietta had a prickly personality. Okay, if you said pleasant, you're correct. So prickly means unpleasant. Okay, and this is the opposite, pleasant. Next word, detest. So detest was down here. It says after experiencing so many outbursts and rude interactions, the other hedgehogs began to detest Henrietta. So what's the opposite of detest? First, you got to think of what detest means in a sentence, using those text clues from that sentence, and figure out what is the opposite of detest. Is it calming, unfriendly, clear-headed, or like? If you said like, you are correct. So detest means they didn't like or disliked. Okay. Next, distressing. And distressing is over here. Henrietta has a terrible cavity. I bet it's been distressing her, according to the dentist. Remember, said that in the story? So distressing. Is it calming, unfriendly, or clear-headed? So what is distressing? Think what that might be according to the sentence. And which one of these words is the opposite of distressing? Okay, if you chose calming, you're correct. Kind of stressing, that word stress is in here. So the opposite of that is calming. So distressing pretty much means stress. Okay, next, cordial. Okay, cordial is down here. The next day, Henrietta played nicely in the sandbox. She greeted the frogs with a cordial wave and a smile. So we have two words left. Is it unfriendly or clear-headed? So think about what cordial may mean in the sentence and pick the opposite. Excuse me. It means, if you chose unfriendly, you are correct. So cordial means friendly, and the opposite is unfriendly. Lastly is befuddled. Excuse me. The other frogs were befuddled, according to this text, the sentence. So befuddled means opposite is clear-headed. So befuddled pretty much means, since it's the last word, it means when you don't understand something, you're confused. Okay? So the last one, of course, is clear-headed. Okay? So good job as far as determining the meaning of words using text. We'll be doing more of that next week. Until next time, stay cool.